Today is brought to you by Target Zero with the goal of eliminating traffic fatalities in Washington by 2030. Take the pledge today. Clark County Today is presented by Connell Real Estate. Hire an agent, get a team. Learn more by visiting connellrealestate.com.
Welcome everyone, Jacob Granneman here with your Thursday evening update from Clark County Today. Well, despite the pandemic, or perhaps because of it, homelessness in 2020 remained largely unchanged in Clark County. That's the primary takeaway from our new report this week put out by the nonprofit group Council for the Homeless, which found homelessness rose by less than 1% last year. Much of that could be due to eviction moratoriums and pandemic-related funding that increased shelter space for people experiencing homelessness who needed to quarantine. The report also looked at racial disparity in the homeless population, finding that people of color are at nearly 8 times higher risk of falling into homelessness than those who are white. Last year, 14% of the area's homeless population were over the age of 55, a similar number to 2019, but still up sharply from earlier years. Over half were female, and a quarter of those experiencing homelessness were under the age of 18. To read more about the report, head over to clarkcountytoday.com. A bit of a breather today when it comes to COVID-19 in Clark County. Public Health reported just 30 new cases overnight and no fatalities from the virus. Hospitalizations remain mostly flat with 18 confirmed and 3 suspected cases, making up just over 3.5% of bed space. ICU capacity did increase to 84.4% of about 10% points over Wednesday. Recent testing data shows positivity rates rose slightly the week ending March 6, but there was still under 3.5%. Those numbers tend to fall as backlog negative test reports are processed by the Department of Health. The Vancouver Police Department is moving forward with the next steps towards implementing a comprehensive police camera program in spring of 2022, which was planned to include body-worn dash and in-car cameras. VPD is working on developing a request for proposals to identify vendors that can provide equipment, training, and other needed features to support establishing the camera program. The city is also engaging with the Community Task Force on Policing, as well as organized labor groups on crafting the department's policy regarding cameras. The process of establishing a program for VPD requires multiple steps. The Vancouver City Council adopted budget capacity in the 2021-22 biennial budget to fund a program, and the city has engaged the task force regarding the approach to implementing cameras. Reaching agreement with labor unions and selecting vendors for the supply of the cameras are in the early steps. Hiring staff to manage the program, testing the cameras, training the police force, and installing cameras in police vehicles will be part of the plan to launch a comprehensive and fully operational camera program. The Vancouver Housing Authority is reporting news of a significant uptick in affordable housing construction in the city this year. Officials attribute the increased construction activity to a few factors, including timing, need, resources, and the reintroduction of public housing. With 159 new units of affordable housing currently under construction and another 106 units set to start construction later this year, the Housing Authority is experiencing one of the busiest years yet. Besides the apartments under construction, 46 units of supportive housing were recently constructed at the Elwood, a collaboration with the Housing Initiative. Residents referred by the CMAR Community Services Northwest began moving in this week. The VHA will finish renovating 305 units this year and start renovation on another 287 units. Rehabilitating properties keeps much needed affordable housing safe, livable, and attractive. Most units are under construction this year, will open in 2022, making the end of what is typically a 3 to 5 year process for the conception to completion. The Housing Authority maintains long wait lists of Clark County residents in need of subsidized housing. Existing VHA properties are quickly leased. Building Industry Association of Clark County Executive Director Avali Scarpelli shared her insight into what she believes would be the impacts of the attempt by Governor Inslee and legislators to phase out natural gas in new construction homes by 2030 and by 2050 in existing buildings. The new laws would require builders to install heat pumps instead of gas furnaces and electric stovetops instead of gas ranges, among other appliances. While the building industry generally agrees with adopting sustainability and energy efficiency, Scarpelli said that the concerns exist in relation to unfunded mandates that drive up the home prices and negatively affect housing affordability. Instead, Scarpelli believes state and local government officials should consider pushing for innovations for the natural gas systems like renewable natural gas and renewable hydrogen, which already exist in Europe and are underway here in Washington. Scarpelli continues with insight into the cost of converting from natural gas to electric, economic sustainability, and the fact that she believes customers need choices. To read all of Scarpelli's thoughts on the issue, go to clarkcountytoday.com. Well, the Camas Lions Club recently turned out to repair a wind-damaged structure at Camp Currie in Camas over the past few weekends. One of their members is also a caretaker at Camp Currie, so the connection was easy and fluid to have volunteer team come and repair the damage. Located on the north shore of Camas Lake in a semi-wilderness setting, Camp Currie has provided a great camping and recreational resource for organized youth groups for over 7 decades. After the intensive snow, ice, and windstorms of last month, the camp structure was heavily damaged, especially the sheet metal roof. The Lions Chainsaw Gang came in, tearing down and rebuilding. The club president explained how this simple project meant so much to many of the members who helped, since it is one of the group's first projects since the pandemic began. They are still implementing safety precautions like masks and physical distancing, but the joys of helping others are coming back. The group has been meeting virtually and doing miniature service projects at the Treasure House in Washougal. Coming up on May 8th, the group will be hosting a free shredding event for the community, also at the Treasure House. Well, there you have it. Those are the stories we've got for you today. You can share your thoughts with us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube, where we encourage you to like and subscribe to stay up to date. If you like what you're seeing and hearing, there's a way you can help. Share us with your friends and family. If you like to share a news tip or story suggestion with us, those can be emailed to news@clarkcountytoday.com. From all of us, I'm Jacob Graneman. As always, thank you so much for watching, and we'll be back with you again tomorrow.